Good morning to one and all. In the previous class, I discussed about different quantities and tests conducted on the soils. In those particular tests, we are having some important one, that is the CBR test. How this CBR test has to be done on the soils in laboratories. That means first of all we need to require an CBR testing machine. In this particular testing machine, we are having some quantities of methods. That means first of all we need to have the CBR testing machine like this. First one we are having this proving ring. After that we need to use two dial gauges. One dial gauge will directly use load penetration values. Another dial gauge will directly use the settlement values. By observing those two things we need to calculate the data. That means first of all we have to take the soil sample from the field in a 150 diameter solid thing. That means solid apparatus is there which is hollow in shape. That means hollow means on rounded circular. In that particular circular we are having a 150 dia. That means 150 diameter means on one edge to another edge there may be a distance of 15 centimeter scale. So that is the 150 diameter circular plate like this. On the bottom side we have to keep one quantity of plate without losing any material from the circular thing. After that those things we need to gather in the laboratory, and these we need to set this operator like this. First of all, how we need to do this CBR test in the laboratory, there may be some step by step procedure. So that this step by step procedure we need to understand with the help of previously shown diagram. Means previously shown diagram we are having two dial gauges, one, and bottom plate we are having anchors, all those things we are having. So that one by one after explaining I will show the diagram and you have to observe and remember those. First of all, CBR operator consists of a mold with 150 diameter with a base plate and a collar. That means normally collar means a thing that is useful for carrying, that is called as the collar, and 150 diameter with a base plate. We need to carry base plate separately. After the excavation of the matter is over we need to keep those base plate in the bottom side, and we need to pick up those with the help of collar. Next one, a loading frame with the cylindrical plunger of 50 diameter. That means loading frame. The plunger is useful to give the load on the soil. That means the plunger is directly gives the load to the soil with the help of this solid plates. In the previously explained, the solid plates are used in these particular experiments to give a direct surcharge load on the soil sample. Next one, dial gauges measuring the expansion of the soaking and penetration values. That means soaking and penetrations. Whatever the value we are directly giving onto the soil, that is called as soaking value. Due to those soaking value the soil will penetrate up to some millimeters. Those penetration values also we need to measure with the help of these dial gauges. First of all we need to use one dial gauge for soaking, that means giving direct load on the soil sample. Another dial gauge is used for the calculation of penetration, how much amount of millimeters the soil was penetrated. That is the usage of these two dial gauges. Next one, the specimen in the mold is compacted to a minimum dry density corresponding to the optimum moisture content. Means the specimen in the mold is compacted to a maximum dry density corresponding to optimum moisture content. Normally every soil will have some quantity of moisture. Why? Because there may be the soil is surrounded with some atmosphere, so that the soil having some seepage. Due to those seepage it will directly absorb some quantity of water vapor whichever is present in the surrounding atmosphere. Due to those there may be some liquid limit in the soil itself. So that by observing the quantity of soil and their liquid limit, we need to compact it on the CBR frame, which is of 150 diameter. So that we need to compact the soil up to particular dry density. That means the dry density is differed from soil to soil. So that we need to observe the liquid limit and we have to compact up to the proper dry density. Next one, IS heavy compaction as per IS 2720 part 8 is preferred for heavy traffic loads like expressways, national and state highways. That means heavy compaction means we need to compact the soil with these equipment like plunger and other rods are available in the labs, so that we need to use those and we have to compact. After that, there may be some caudal provisions are there in this IS 2720 part 8 directly gives the loads acting on the road surface with respect to quantity of vehicles and each number of vehicles, that means quantity of vehicles and type of vehicle. It means every type of vehicles we are having a different quantity of surcharge load on the soil strata. So that by using these caudal provisions we need to take these values, so that we have to compact the soil in well manner. Next one, IS light compaction as per IS 2720 part 7 for low traffic road. In the previous one we have to use IS 2720 part 8 for roads like expressways and national highways and state highways. For suppose if it is we are constructing a road like national highway or expressway, we need to use the previous code part 8. For it is a normal load for low traffic conditions, we have to use this part 7, IS 2720 part 7, and we need to compact as a prescribed in this part 7. Next one, the specimen is subjected to soak for 4 days and the swelling and water absorption will be noted. That means soaking means normally we have to use for quantity of water for 4 days. After the swelling and water absorption values will be noted. That means swelling means amount of increment of the volume with respect to normal conditions, that is called as the swelling. Whenever we are for suppose if you are మనం నార్మల్గా మనం కొన్ని విలేజెస్లో వాటిలో మనం నీళ్ళల్లో దిగుతూ ఉంటాం. అలా నీళ్ళల్లో మనం దిగినప్పుడు మన బాడీ మొత్తం కూడా సమ్ క్వాంటిటీ ఆఫ్ ఇంక్రిమెంట్ ఈజ్ దేర్, దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ ద స్వెల్లింగ్. నార్మల్లీ అవర్ స్కిన్ విల్ అబ్జార్బ్స్ సమ్ క్వాంటిటీ ఆఫ్ వాటర్ అకార్డింగ్లీ, సో దట్ అవర్ బాడీ విల్ హ్యావింగ్ సమ్ వైట్ కలర్ విత్ మన హ్యాండ్స్ మొత్తం కూడా కొంచెం వైట్ కలర్లోకి కన్వర్ట్ అవుతూ ఉంటాయి. ఎందువల్లంటే డ్యూ టు అబ్జార్ప్షన్ ఆఫ్ ద వాటర్, దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ ద స్వెల్లింగ్. And shrinkage means normally shrinkage means the cracks will appear on our foot. That means whenever the load is applied on our foot, కొంతమంది కాళ్ళల్లో పగుళ్ళు వస్తూ ఉంటాయి. అవి ఎందువల్ల అంటే డ్యూ టు ద హెవీ అప్లికేషన్ ఆఫ్ లోడ్. Likely in summer seasons there may be huge amount of heat and loads applied on the particular soil strata. Due to those, the soil will cracks. Those are called as the shrinkage. Swelling means increment of volume. Shrinkage means decrement of volume. You need to remember swelling, shrinkage. So that due to amount of water absorption, the total surface will having swelling nature. The water will be reducing, will cause a shrinkage. So that we need to absorb we need to soak that particular matter for 4 days, so that there may be an amount of swelling and water absorption values. All those things we need to note. How much amount of material we are using, so that for that particular material what is the swelling amount, what is the shrinkage amount, those two things we need to note. Next one, the surcharge weight is placed on the top of the specimen on the mold by the plunger. That means normally plunger is used in the particular equipment to give a quantity of load on the surface of the soil strata, so that we need to note what is the surcharge load we are giving on the mold itself. Next one, assembly placed under plunger the loading frame. That means in this particular diagram we are having a loading frames. means surcharge weight we are giving. So the surcharge load, and we need to give some quantity of loading with respect to this plunger. The assembly is placed under plunger with a uniform loading frame. The load values will be noted corresponding penetrations of 0. That means it is the starting stage of our experiment. We need to note down what is the value in the particular dial gauge. After 0.5 mm, that is the value in the dial gauge. Likely for each 0.5 fraction, starting 0, after 0.5, 1, 1.52 up to this 12.5 millimeters, we need to take the respective values in dial gauges. What is the amount of penetration? Those things we need to observe and we need to note down in a paper. Next one, the load penetration graph is plotted. That means for each amount of load, what is the penetration value? That means if it is a 1 kg load applied at 1.25 mm per minute, so what is the penetration value at 0, 0.5 and 1.5? All those things we need to note. Alternatively, load values may be converted into pressure values and plotted against the graph, so that it is a graph we will obtain. Normally in the bottom we are having 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Likely in the starting stage we are having 0 value. After 0.5 mm, means 0.5, what is the load value? After 1, what is the load value? That means simply we are increasing the load, and automatically there may be decrement of soil for 0, 0.5, 1, 1.52 likely. So that for each 0.5 mm decrement, how much amount of load is responsible? On the other hand, we are having this load on dial gauges. In the bottom one, we are having penetration in terms of millimeters. So that those two things we need to use, and we need to plot the graph. That is called as the penetration curves for CBR test. The CBR test is value is calculated by relation load. That means CBR percentage equal to load pressure sustained by specimen at 2.5 or 5 mm penetration by load pressure sustained by standard aggregate at the corresponding penetration level into 100. That means we need to compare. That means whatever the soil we are taken, for that soil we are having some quantities of penetration values in the graph, so that those values we need to observe with a standard aggregate. That means standard aggregate means in the previous we have discussed about IS standards of 2720 part 8 and part 7. So that likely we are having some standard aggregate penetration values, so that the soil values we need to compare with the standard aggregates, and we need to compare the CBR percentage. That means California bearing ratio percentage. Next one, two typical types of load penetration curves may be plotted obtained. The normal curve with respect to convexly upwards, and the loads corresponding to 2.5 mm and 5 mm penetrations are noted. That means in the first thing, the two typical load penetration curves may be obtained. In this particular diagram, we are having two typical curves. First one is the specimen number 2 correction required, specimen number 1 correction. That means in the particular thing they are taken two specimens, so that for those two specimens they will collect the data and they plot the graphs. In the particular diagram we'll see we are having 2.5 and 5 mm penetrations, so that for 2.5 mm penetration, what is the value? The value is 32 like, and after 5 mm penetration, what is the value is 49 or 48 likely. So that they need to compare those two things with respect to a standard aggregate value. That is the thing they will telling. After that, when a curve with initial upward convexity obtained, it indicates the necessity of correction. That means a curve with initial upward concave, that means concave and convex nature. Initial upward concave. In the second one, we are having initial upward concave, that is not gradually increasing, that is suddenly convex nature. So that those things we need to observe from the graphs. The load values corresponding to 2.5 and 5 mm penetrations are noted from those two graphs. What is the reasons for initial concavity shape? In this particular diagram, we are having the first thing is not the first diagram with bubbled one is normally a straight one, but in case of second line is initial concavity is obtained in this particular portion. So that what are the reasons behind those initial concavity we have to observe, and we need to correct those. First, there may be four reasons. First one is that the top layer of the soaked soil is too short after soaking. That means the top layer of the soaked soil, the total quantity of soil we are taken, in those particular quantity of the soil, the top layer will absorb too much amount of water. That is also one of the reason. It means normally the total amount of soil will have to absorb a particular quantity of water. Instead of that, only few layers will absorb the water, remaining total layers will be not absorbing the water. That is also one of the reason. Next one is the top surface soil not even. That means top surface means we need to compact the total soil strata with regular patterns. Otherwise, there may be void presenting or some uneven nature is there. So that we need to give some equal amount of blows for the penetration of the voids. The total soil surface is not even. That means there is no some even nature. That means the total soil surface is odd. Odd means some irregularities are there. Even means the total soil is in same position. That means some parallel line like. Next one, plunger is not vertical. If the plunger is some quantity of inclination, that means normally this is the soil sample we are taken. The total surface soil is not even means some quantities of irregulars like this. This is not even. Normally even means there may be some straight line. These things we will call it as a even nature. Even means normally it is odd condition. If you are getting a odd condition like that, automatically there may be a sudden dropping downs of these curves will be obtained. Second one is the even condition means automatically the load will be applying on the total layer in a equal manner, so that we will get a curve in a straight line like first one. After that, plunger is not vertical. Vertical means simply it is a particular soil sample. For that particular sample, we will having one dial gauge and simply plunger is here, so that there may be some quantity of angle, so that it is irregular. Plunger is not vertical. And another case is plunger is not vertical means it is normally vertical 90 degrees. If it is not vertical means automatically there may be some quantities of extra. This is not vertical condition. This is vertical condition. NV and V. V means vertical, NV means non-vertical. This is also one of the reason. Next one, plunger arrangement is wrong. If you arrange plunger in a irregular manner, automatically there may be no proper connection to the plunger to dial gauges. Those also leads some quantity of wrong values. These are the four main reasons for obtaining an uneven curve or concavity in the shape. Normally penetration value for 2.5 mm and 5 mm we will take. For those two values we have to check with the normal aggregate values, and we need to compare the CBR percentage. The top layer of the soaked soil, these are the four reasons. Normally penetration of 2.5 mm and higher, 5 mm and higher value recorded as the CBR. Next one we are having is the plate bearing list. Once again I will explain the CBR test. In this particular CBR test, first of all we need to soak down the water. That means soak down the sample in 4 days. After the soaking is over, we need to dry down the sample and we have to use for this calculation purpose. Once we have to fix the 150 mm this arrangement, 150 mm circular disc is there. Automatically in this particular circular disc is arranged to the base plate. Circular base plate, we need to arrange those with the base plate. After the arrangement is over, we need to give some amount of the surcharge weight on the soil. After the surcharge weight is induced on the soil, we need to note down the dial gauge reading, and after that dial gauge reading is note down, we need to give a plunger also with dial gauge reading, so that those two things we have to observe. After a uniform load is maintained with respect to 1.25 mm per minute, those things also we need to observe. And for each 0.5 mm penetration, we need to note down the values. First of all, initially at zero condition, what is the penetration value? After 0.5 mm penetration, what is the value? All those things up to a 10 to 15 mm we need to collect, and we need to take down average values for 2.5 mm and 5 mm samples. Okay, those things we need to measure with the help of these graphs. After the graph is over, we need to compare with a standard aggregate value. We will get the percentage. CBR percentage equal to load sustainability by 2.5 mm and 5 mm penetration by normal load pressure at correspondingly to the aggregate value into 100. First of all, we need to do this CBR test for normal aggregate and soil sample, so that we need to choose those two values and we have to compare. First of all, soil value by aggregate value into 100 directly gives the percentage of CBR value. This is the reasons. First of all, what are the main four reasons? Means the top layer is so uneven soaking, and second one is the surface is irregular. Third one is the plunger is not vertical. Next one, the entire plunger arrangement is wrong. These four are the reasons for not obtaining a uniform curve, concavity curve. Next one, plate bearing test. Plate bearing test. What is the plate bearing test? What is the equipment normally we are using? Okay, this is the plate bearing test we are using on the fields, so that we are using some quantity of hydraulic jacks with dial gauges. It is a typical arrangement of the plate load test on the soil field itself. For plate bearing test, it is also called as plate load test. Plate bearing test is used as evaluate the supporting power of subgrade in situ for the use of pavement design by using relatively larger diameter plates. Larger diameter means a huge amount of diameter of steel plates are used to calculate these plate load tests. The test setup consists of a set of plates of 750, 600, 450 and 300 mm diameter of plates. Diameter means normally the radius is r equal to d by 2. So that total diameter equal to 750 mm. Likely we need to observe. I will draw down. This is the particular diameter of the plate. This is d value. So that this d value is varies from 300 to 750. Normally initial minimum value is 300. After that 450, 600 and 750. The difference between those values is 150 mm. First one 300. After that we are having 450. Difference is 150 mm. After that 450 we are having 600. Difference is 150 mm. After the 600 we are having 750 mm. The difference is 150 mm. So that there may be some uniform difference of 150 mm between those diameters of plates. First initial is the 300. Maximum we are using is the 750 mm. The loading device consisting of hydraulic jack and providing arrangement on pressure gauges. The reaction frame for giving thrust of plates. The datum frame and dial gauges are used to measure the settling of loaded plates, so that the load is given on the particular solid steel plates of diameter 300 to 750, so that we are increasing the load and we are noting the dial gauge readings of penetrations. In this particular diagram, the top level we are having particular steel plate, so that there may be some decrement of this height. Those heights will be monitored by using these dial gauges. we need to note down the procedure. That means we need to understand what is the procedure. First of all, the test site is leveled and the plate is seated properly on the surface. In the bottom land, we need to take these measurements. That means whenever we are going to a particular site, the total site level we need to flatten. That means there is no irregularities on the soil sample. The total site may be in a even position. On the even positions, we need to apply this plate. That means we need to keep the plate on the even surfaces only. If we keep plate on uneven surfaces, automatically the total values will be gives as a wrong readings. So that we need to observe the surface with proper precautions. Next one, the modulus of subgrade reaction of natural ground soil up to 20 centimeters is removed. That means up to 20 centimeters we need to remove. Why? Because there may be some amount of organic matter or irregularities. Total surface will be voids are there. So that we need to remove the top layer of the surface up to 20 centimeters depth. After that, we need to flatten the surface. Stiffening plates of decreasing dia are placed. That means stiffening plates of decreasing dia. In the initial condition, we need to place a huge amount of diameter, 750 mm, after that 600, after that 450, after that 300. Likely, we need to arrange the plates in an order. A 3 to 4 dial gauges are fixed to the periphery of the plates. That means periphery means మనం నార్మల్గా చుట్టుకొలత అంటాం. The diameter of the plate is 750, so that we need to calculate the periphery of the plates and fix the dial gauges for each successive plate. That means if you use 4 successive plates, automatically we have to go for 4 dial gauges. If we use 3 plates, we need to go for 3 dial gauges. Likely whatever the number of plates we are using, so that for we need to take those number of dial gauges. A pressure of 0.75 kg per centimeter square, it is 320 kgs for 75 centimeters diameter plate. Those will be maintained on the plate itself, applying and removing after few seconds. Dial readings are noted corresponding to zero load. Load applied by means of a jack in case of settling the 0.25. When the no increase in settlement, when the rate is less than 0.025 mm per minute, the load dial reading settling readings are noted down. Average values will be considered. Next load will be increasing, so that settlement will be 0.25 mm, etc. This way experiment will be repeated up to 1.75 or more. The total content means simply we need to take a plate load test by simply increasing the load with the help of this jack. That means jack will give some quantity of load on the plate, so that we need to increase the loads and we need to calculate the dial gauges. Why? Because the dial gauge will directly gives the penetration values. First of all, we need to take some quantity of plates. For each plate, we need to fix these dial gauges. After the fixing is over, we need to give a pressure with respect to 0.07 kg per centimeter square, so that quantity of pressure will be giving for each minute. After the dial gauges are noting, we need to note down the values of successive dial gauge. That means 4 dial gauges are there. Automatically we need to note down the 4 dial gauge readings. After load is applying by means of jack to cause settlements up to 0.25 mm, so that we need to increase gradual increase. There is no sudden increment of load. We need to increase the load with a gradual manner, so that with the help of 0.25 mm per minute. When the no increase of settlement rate less than 0.25 mm per minute, the load dial reading settlements will be noting. That means for each minute there is no increment of 0.25 mm of penetration. We need to stop down and we have to take down the dial gauge readings. That means simply in the initial stage we are increasing the load on the plates with the help of these jackies, and successively we are noting the values. After simply we have to observe For each minute there may be some quantity of 0.025 mm penetration. If it is not there, automatically we have to stop down our dial gauge readings and we need to take down those values. Average values will be considered. That means we are taking simply 4 dial gauges, so we need to average all those 4 values and we need to take a single value. Next load is increased so that settlement will be 0.025 mm extra. This way of experiment is repeated up to 1.75 mm or more. You are having some quantity of idea, so that each 25 mm 0.25 mm extra load we will be giving, so that at 1.75 mm we need to note down those data. This is the graph. In the bottom we are having mean settlement 0, 0.1, 0.2 likely. On the other hand, we are having mean bearing pressure 0, 0.51 likely. So that we need to plot the values in the particular graphical stream. We will get the graph likely. What are the things we will get after the plotting of graph? Means modulus of subgrade reaction is known reaction pressure sustained by the soil samples under a rigid plate or standard diameter per unit settlement measured at a specified pressure of settlement. IRC, that means Indian Road Congress, specifies the value of K measured at 1.25 settlement, K equal to P by 0.125 kg per centimeter square. P is the load, K is the factor. If you are having any quantity of but simply I am explaining what are the procedure. If you do in a manual, automatically you are having a clear cut idea. Those experiments will be done in our 3-2 semester. Allowance of a worst subgrade moisture, that means worst subgrade means if it is moisture is very high, automatically we will get worst values. K value will be lowest at soaked conditions. Soaking means if there is any water content onto the field, automatically K value will be very lowest. Next one, moisture content during the test may be seldom the represent worst conditions in the site. Moisture content during the test, if you are doing the test in the particular soil sample, there will be no moisture on the soil. Why? Because if it is moisture means automatically we are using this huge amount of equipments. By increasing the loads, automatically there may be huge settlements in the initial conditions, so that there may be no water present in the soil sample. That means water means moisture present in the soil sample. We have to observe. And the K value obtained is modified by factor to represent the worst conditions. If there is any worst conditions in the soil itself, so that we need to have to collect the K value and we need to multiply the K value with the values. Two consolidated test specimens to be prepared. Means whenever we are taking a particular testing, we won't have to go for a single value. Why? Because the single value will be wrong. Automatically total procedure will be disturbed. Automatically we have to take 2 to 3 values, so that we have to observe any 2 successive values. If the 2 successive values are equal in a manner, automatically we will take those values. If 3 values are very different, automatically we will go for corrections. That means we need to modify the soil properties, or we need to collect the samples in another layout. First sample tested is unsoaked conditions in lab pressure. Deformations curve may be drawn for 0.125 centimeters note down, and second specimen is soaked. That means we need to collect 2 to 3 samples, and for each sample we have to take the data in a very frequent manner. That means the first sample is in soaked condition, pressure deformation curve may be drawn, so that these are the 2 conditions. First sample is in soaked condition, second sample is a normal manner, so that what is in that particular conditions we will get the K value. K soaking equal to Kps by Kp. Pressure required to produce the same deformation is noted, Ps. Then Ks equal to K into Ps by P. Here they are directly mentioning PS value and P value. In that particular samples we are having two conditions. First one is the soaked specimen, second one is the unsoaked specimen. But means soaked means the content which is having some quantity of water vapor. Unsoaked means there is no water vapor. So that for those two values we are having some quantity of deformations with respect to graphs. So that those two things we have to observe. In the initial up to some content there may be some value is same, after that there may be some deformations are there. 0.5 we need to take down those values for P and PS, so that we will get Ks value equal to K into PS by P, where K is the constant value. What are the corrections for a smaller plate? Some causes not possible to cause settlements of 0.175 centimeters for the 75 dia plate, so that smaller dia plate will be used. In some of the cases the lands having some quantity of stiffness, huge amount of stiffness. Due to the stiffness the plate will not be soaking onto the not soaking, the plate will not be settling. That means there is no deformation we will observe whenever we are getting a load on the structure. So that we will go for another quantity of decrement diameter plate. That means previously if you are taking a 300 mm diameter plate or 700 mm diameter plate, so that we need to decrease their diameters. Simply 750 we are taking, automatically we have to go for a 600 we are taking, there is no value change, means we have to go for 450. Likely we need to decrease the diameter of the plate. After that we have to go for a smaller diameter plate will be used. Obtained K one value is modified, delta equal to 1.18 pascals by E, where E equal to Young's modulus, but K equal to P by delta. That means P equal to load in terms of kg per centimeter square, by delta value we need to have delta equal to 1.18 by E, so that E by 1.18 A we will get. E is a constant for the soil, Ka equal to K1 into A1, K1 equal to K1 A1 by A. This is the total relation between those plates and soil strata. First of all we need to collect the in this particular plate load test we have to use a different diameter plates on the soil surface, so that each plate we have to use some quantity of these dial gauges, so that we have to collect 3 to 4 dial gauges with respect to plates. This is a normal procedure. It is the procedure for one value. After that we need to take 2 to 3 collections and we have to find out the K value, means a constant value for a subgrades, so that K equal to load by this 0.125. It will give K equal to kg per centimeter square by centimeter. If there is any worst conditions in the subgrade we have to go for 2 to 3 values. In this particular 2 to 3 values we will give these values likely unsoaked conditions and soaked conditions. We need to compare those two things. With Ks means soaked conditions, normal K means unsoaked conditions. For those also we will get respectively loads. PS means soaked load, P means unsoaked load. Okay, we will get those values with respect to like delta equal to 1.18 Pa by E, where E is the constant value of a soil, so that we need to calculate those E value by using those Ka values and K values. K into A equal to K1 into A1, so that K equal to K1 into A1 by A value. This particular value we will get directly K value, so that we will have to substitute those K value in the above equation, where K equal to P by delta. In this particular equation we will get P by delta equal to E by 1.18A, so that we will get E value, which is E equal to constant for the soil. So that we need to substitute E by 1.18 A, where A is the area of the particular soil. We have to, that means normally we are applying a load on the soil strata, so that how much amount of area. If it is a 750 diameter, automatically pi by 4 d square we will get area. E is the constant by 1.18. A will gives a particular constant value, so that P by delta we will get, and we will get K value. This is the total procedure. After that, in the next class we will discuss those aggregates.